Something arrived today. 4 tracks released together as one body of work. And the reason they are together matters more than any one of them alone. Welcome to Vibes AI. We called this new album drop the Equalizer because that's exactly what it does. It equalizes. It restores proportion. It returns the system, your nervous system, your energetic field, your cellular intelligence, to a state of coherence that the pace of modern life has been quietly dismantling. Vitamin G, Irrational Intelligence, Peace Sphere, and Tremor Ease are the titles of the tracks, and they're composed with full tenderness for anyone whose body is navigating any kind of disorder. These 4 tracks form an architecture, a sequence of returning. Your body has been in conversation with the Earth since the moment you arrived on this planet. A continuous electromagnetic dialogue. Your cells carry a charge, and the Earth carries a charge. And when those 2 charges align, cortisol rhythms normalize, and the autonomic nervous system shifts towards parasympathetic dominance. And inflammation decreases, and heart rate variability improves. The body recalibrates. Research published in the Journal of Environmental and Public Health confirmed what every tradition of earth-based medicine has always known, that the contact with the living field of the earth is physiologically medicine. That is vitamin G. At the same time, inside that same body, there's an intelligence that moves faster than thought, the gut-brain axis, the cardiac neural network. 40,000 sensory neurons in the heart muscle alone, communicating directly with the brain. Researchers have mapped a 2-way highway of information running between the intestinal lining and the central nervous system via the vagus nerve. People with more accurate, felt sense of their own interior signals make decisions more aligned with their actual needs. The body knows before the mind catches up, every time. That is irrational intelligence. Peace Sphere works the vagal pathway. Sound is not only decorative, it is biochemical. Peace Sphere is built around the harmonic intervals that activate vagal tone and shift the autonomic nervous system into parasympathetic dominance and give the immune system the signal that it's been waiting for, that all is well and you can rest and repair and regenerate. And Tremor Ease, the last track on the album. In 2020, there was a double-blind randomized controlled trial that demonstrated that 12 weeks of 40 hertz physioacoustic vibration produced significant improvements in every motor symptom of Parkinson's disease. Tremor, rigidity, bradykinesia, posture, gait, all improved because the 40 hertz frequency offered the nervous system a coherent rhythm to follow when its own internal rhythm had been disrupted. And we at Vibes AI are releasing Equalizer in 4 movements. I want to acknowledge something. You arrived here carrying a particular kind of weight, and I do not mean that metaphorically. I mean the weight of a nervous system that has been on alert. The weight of a mind that has been running the calculations, managing the variables, holding the threads of a life that does not pause long enough for you to actually inhabit it. Most people live at a perpetual distance from their own bodies. Not because they're doing anything wrong, but because the world rewards that distance. It rewards speed over stillness, and output over sensation, and decision over discernment. And gradually, almost without noticing, the thread from the mind down to the body grows thin. Sound therapy was built for exactly this moment, the moment when the thread needs to be found again. In vibroacoustic practice, the low frequencies do not ask you to relax. They do not require effort or compliance. They move through the physical structure of the body the way a cello tone moves through a room. Entering at the cellular level, touching the fascia, the fluid, the bone. The body responds because it's designed to respond, because resonance is not a technique, it's a biological fact. And for those of you who are here because your body is in a particular kind of struggle right now, because tremor is part of your daily experience, because Parkinson's has changed the conversation between your nervous system and your limbs, because you're a caregiver watching someone you love move through this. I want to speak directly to you, because you belong here, completely. The science behind tremor ease was built specifically for what you're navigating. And the gentleness of this practice is not a softening of the medicine. The gentleness is the medicine. Whatever weight you carried in, you can set it down for the next 20-30 minutes. The body remembers how to receive, even when it has forgotten almost everything else. So let's walk through the 4 tracks so you know what each one is doing and when to reach for it. Vitamin G is for grounding. Vitamin G works in the sub-40 Hz range, the frequency territory that researchers called the reset zone of the nervous system. 40 Hz is the basic frequency for somehow putting balance, order, and optimism into the body. So use vitamin G when you feel scattered, when the day has pulled you too far from your own center, when you have been living above the neck, all thought and reaction, and you need to drop back down into the body. Morning is the natural time for it. So is the hour after travel, after conflict, or after anything that has lifted you out of your physical ground. Sit or lie on the floor if you feel like it, or if you can. Feel the surface beneath you, and let the vibration do the work of returning you. Irrational Intelligence is for life direction. This track is scored to support access to the theta and alpha brainwave states, the frequencies where felt sense lives, where the analytical mind quiets and the body's own knowing surfaces. Reach for this track when logic has taken you as far as it can, when you're at a crossroads and the spreadsheet of pros and cons have stopped helping, when you sense that the answer's already somewhere in your body waiting for enough stillness to be heard. Lie down, close your eyes, place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, ask your question inwardly, then stop asking. Just simply listen with sensation rather than thought. Notice any warmth or expansion, if there's any tightening or any ease of that tightening. Those are the signals. That is the intelligence. Peace sphere is the parasympathetic reset, the track for the nervous system that has been in overdrive. Its harmonic structure works the 5th interval, documented extensively in sound therapy literature for its capacity to balance the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system simultaneously and stimulate nitric oxide release and support immune function. In 2017, there was a study of 62 adults that found significantly less tension, anger, fatigue, and depressed mood following a sound meditation session. Mood is a biomarker of a nervous system state. You can use peace sphere when grief is present, when anxiety has been the background frequency of your week, when you need to feel held by something larger than your circumstances. Use it preventatively, the way you would tend to a garden before the drought, not only after. Tremor ease is offered for daily use for consistent long-term nervous system support. The 40 Hz physioacoustic frequency targets the pathological neural oscillations associated with tremor disorders. When you have a tremor disorder, the basal ganglia becomes locked in an abnormal 15 to 30 Hz rhythm. The 40 Hz vibration offers a coherent external frequency, a more organized rhythm for the nervous system to follow. And in 2020 was the first study to demonstrate that this benefit extends meaningfully over time in 12 weeks of consistent use, showing improvement across every motor domain. So use it lying down with headphones or on a speaker system so you can physically feel it. Use it as a companion practice alongside whatever medical protocol you are following, because the body responds to consistency. The nervous system responds to rhythm, so give it both. So let's come to stillness now. Lying down is ideal, but if you're seated, let the spine find its natural length. Let your shoulders release and let the jaw unclench, and close your eyes. Begin with a breath that drops all the way to the base of the belly, and let the abdomen rise and the ribs widen, and then slowly release through the mouth in an audible, complete exhale. Again, all the way in, and all the way out. Now bring your awareness to the place where your body meets the surface beneath you, the weight of the body pressing gently down, the surface receiving you. Feel that contact, the earth under all of it, under the floor, under the foundation, under everything, receiving you. You've always been received by it, is never once withdrawn. Let the vibration you're hearing now move through the soles of your feet and into the calves, up through the knees, the thighs, and the hips, into the base of the spine, and let it do the work of returning you to your body. You do not have to guide it, just simply allow the frequency to move through the tissue the way warmth moves through cold hands. Now bring one hand to your heart and the other to your belly, and feel them both rise and fall with the breath. Your heart is not only a pump, it's a sensory organ. It registers and transmits information before the brain has formed a single thought. Your gut is not only a digestive system, it's a second brain, lined with more neurons than your spinal cord, sending constant signals upward through the vagus nerve. Right now, both of those intelligence centers are available to you. If there's a question you've been carrying, something that you've been trying to think your way through, let it surface now. Bring it gently into awareness. And then, instead of analyzing, feel for it. Where does it land in the body? What does it feel like? Does it feel like expansion or tightening? Is it warmth? Is it cold? Is it constricted? Does it have ease or resistance? That's the information, the intelligence at work. Whatever arose, receive it without needing to immediately understand it. Let it be a thread you can follow later. For now, simply acknowledge that your body has been speaking and that you have been listening. Now let the breath lengthen further. Let it slow, and on the next exhale, let a soft hum emerge from the throat, any pitch, and the one that wants to come. The vibration of your own voice in your chest is activating the vagus nerve right now. It is releasing nitric oxide. It is signaling the immune system, the cardiovascular system, the cellular level of your being, that we are safe and we may rest. Release the hum and let the breath return to its natural rhythm, and feel the stillness that is gathered. For anyone whose body is trembling today, whose limbs carry their own rhythm that arrived uninvited, the frequency moving through you is meeting your nervous system exactly where it is. It's not asking you to stop trembling, it's offering your neural circuitry a coherent signal to accompany the one that is already generating. A steady external rhythm alongside the internal one. The nervous system responds to that companionship over time. You do not have to feel it happening to allow it to happen. You're doing the work simply by being here. Begin to deepen the breath. Add some gentle movement to the fingers and your toes and let the eyes open slowly. Return your focus back to the environment you are in. The nervous system recalibrates in cycles. Grounding is not something you do once, and peace is not a destination you arrive at and stay. These are practices, rhythms, daily returns. So here's the framework we suggest. Begin the day with vitamin G before the notifications, before the demands of the day have entered the field. 5 to 10 minutes, feet on the floor, body in contact with the surface beneath it, and let the nervous system establish its ground before you ask it to navigate the world. When you're facing a decision and the analytical mind has reached its limit, reach for irrational intelligence. Let the body speak first. Bring the mind in afterward to give form to what the body already knows. When the accumulated weight of the week has settled into your tissues, peace sphere is the exhale, the reset, the psychological act of shifting the system from alert to ease. Use it before the overwhelm peaks. Use it as maintenance, not only as rescue. And tremor ease daily. The study was 12 weeks of consistent use. The nervous system responds to repetition, to showing up, to the steady presence of a coherent frequency offered day after day. And then notice what shifts, not immediately perhaps, but over time. The quality of your decisions, the speed at which you return to center after disruption, the moments when you recognize the signal from your body before anxiety or confusion has time to build a story around it. That recognition is the practice. That recognition is Equalizer working. I want to close with something true. The culture we live in is extraordinarily skilled at creating the experience of imbalance, at fragmenting the attention, at separating the mind from the body from the earth, and the individual from the knowing that lives within their own cells. Equalizer is a direct response to that fragmentation. 4 tracks that address 4 of the most fundamental disconnections from ground, from inner direction, from peace, and from physical coherence. The reason that the science belongs in this conversation alongside the frequency in the field is because your body deserves both. It deserves the felt truth and the verified mechanism. It deserves to be told that here's why this works, and here's what it feels like to let it. That is what Vibes AI was built to offer. The earth has been receiving you since before you knew to be grateful for it. Your body has been speaking since before you knew how to listen. The peace you seek is a physiological state your system already knows how to enter. And the rhythm you need is closer than you think. Place your hands on your heart. One breath slow and complete. And if it feels right, say this aloud. I am grounded. I am guided. I am at peace. I am held. Carry that with you. This is Vibes AI, where science meets the soul and sound becomes your superpower. Become a Vibes AI Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts. Get ad-free, early access to our 30 and 60-minute sessions designed to boost your cognitive health. Try it out today with our 3-day free trial. Not on Apple Podcasts? No worries. Hit the link in our show notes and get in on the vibes.